Hello and welcome. I'm Sarah, Team Raftr's training lead. If you watched our last video, welcome back. And if you're new here, let me introduce you to Raftr Refresh, the small but mighty training series delivering bite-sized bursts of Raftr knowledge in 10 minutes or less. Since our Raftr admins span several time zones and wear multiple hats, these on-demand training videos are designed especially for you to access anywhere at any time. Today's Raftr Refresh is focused on our September product updates, and the topics featured in this video include how to edit AGC sources on the admin portal, enhanced downloads for checklists and event check-in, and clickable phone numbers on mobile, coming soon to the web. All right, let's dive in. If you're not already logged into Raftr on the web, I strongly encourage you to pause this video and log into any account with admin permissions so you can follow along and even practice what I'm demoing for you today. You can also use the chapters feature on any Raftr Refresh video posted on our YouTube channel to refer back to specific topics, which I'll quickly show you here. Simply click on the video, and if you hover above the time bar, you can skip ahead to any chapter. Or if you scroll down, click on the description box, and any timestamp here, you can skip ahead to a specific topic, like AGC management on the portal. Simple as that. And speaking of AGC, let's start there. Before I dive into that new feature, I want to quickly review how to access the admin portal as a web-only feature. Since you're already logged in, go ahead and click on your profile in the top right corner and administration. Or you can expand the admin tools in the left sidebar and access the admin portal from there. Once you're there, the AGC setup page is located on the content dashboard. So when you navigate to content, you'll see AGC setup in that left sidebar. Admins can now edit as well as view existing AGC sources set up for your community. In our last video, I demoed how to view as well as add new AGC sources up to the limits set for you in your contract directly from the admin portal. But now that you can edit them as well, let's review how. I've got two AGC sources set up for our Raftr for Raftr admins, or R for R community here. And I can edit those by clicking on the pencil icon similar to editing your community page right next to the source. Here is an AGC news source, and I can edit the RSS link. For example, if my RSS feed has changed, I can scroll along this bar here to change the historical news pulling in from that source from 0, so no news from the past, up to 100 days worth of news from the past. I can change which raft that post is published to by clicking that drop-down menu and selecting a different raft. Add or remove topics, up to 3, similar to other content types on Raftr. I can change the editor or creator of those posts, although we always encourage you to make that the leader of a raft, or at least someone who will never leave that raft or your community. And lastly, I can change my cross-post rafts, choose additional rafts to cross-post that content to, although that's optional here. As with all things Raftr, be sure you save before you exit out of this window. And as a couple of quick pro tips, you'll see here a link to an article on our support center with more information about this self-service tool on the admin portal. Or if you hover over any of the eye icons, you'll see additional tooltips with some of the information I reviewed right here for you. And just as a quick preview, in the support center, all 4 of those new articles are located under community setup and configuration. So you can easily find more information on the different types of AGC content you can set up from the admin portal. All right, next is enhanced list downloads. We have now updated the checklist completion and event check-in downloads to include email address and ID numbers based on feedback from admins like you. This will allow those with access to download those lists more information for your records or to cross-reference as you're looking at event attendance or task completion for members in your community. Before I show you what those new lists look like, let me quickly show you how to download those lists if it's been a while for you. Here in R for R, I'm just going to search for an event I know is in this community using our search feature, filter by events, and click on that event. Because I'm the author of this event and event check-in is enabled, I'm going to see those settings in that right sidebar. If I click on check-in attendee, I'm going to see a pop-up where that down arrow allows me to download that CSV file of who's attended this particular event. And I've got a checklist pulled up here as well in the community. If you click on a checklist and then click on done, hover over any particular task and click open, then members who've completed that task, you'll see a similar arrow to download that CSV file for that task completion as well. So here is a quick peek at what those look like. Just a couple of screenshots. They should look familiar, but you'll see here those columns for email and ID number on those additional lists. Emails will always be included since this is required for all Raftr accounts, but IDs will only be included on these lists if they're provided when a member's account is created. As a reminder, creators can view who's completed a task or checked into an event on all of our Raftr platforms like I just demoed for you, but you can only download those lists or CSV files on the web. Lastly, email and ID numbers are coming soon to our poll vote download, so stay tuned for that as well. All right, last but not least, I'm excited to share that we've enabled phone number recognition in text fields like a DM on mobile, coming soon to the web, in addition to user profiles. So as you can kind of see in the screen recording, I'm able to tap on a phone number sent in a DM field to open the phone app on my mobile device and call that person. As a reminder, users already have the ability to tap or tap and hold to call, message, FaceTime, depending on their specific device, from a user's profile, but only if that user's added a phone number to their profile and enabled show on profile in their profile settings. I just think this is a super helpful tool if, for example, you want to post a phone number for a resource on campus for students to access, or a group leader shares their contact info for volunteers to contact them on the day of an organizing event. All right, I hope this quick live walkthrough helps you feel more confident navigating these product updates and helping your members do the same moving forward. Now, to recap the features I demoed and share a few additional pro tips, I want to direct your attention to the right-hand column. Related to editing AGC sources on the portal, auto-generated content is just a great way to save you time and keep your content fresh for members, which ultimately improves the member experience and engagement on Raftr. You should always check your Raftr admin or admin portal settings or permissions. CSMs can help you with that, and they can also confirm the number of sources you have in your contract or delete existing AGC sources that you're no longer using. Related to enhanced list downloads, content types like events with check-in enabled, checklists, and polls all have a clear call to action for members. So we strongly encourage you to use those as a part of your content strategy because they call a member to act or respond to that particular content. List posts and check-in are only available on premium rafts though. So be sure to check your raft type. You can also request to upgrade rafts once you've created them straight from the admin portal. And as a reminder, only creators can download those lists and only on the web. Lastly, related to clickable phone numbers, they're just a great way to integrate Raftr into your members' daily activities because I can literally call someone or text someone by tapping on their phone number straight from the Raftr app. Those numbers are visible to all members of any Raft, channel, DM, or group message that they're a part of when a phone number is included in the text field. And those are clickable by all users when another user has included a phone number in their profile and clicked show on profile in their profile settings. All right, those 10 minutes sure do fly by fast, but while I have you here, let me highlight just a few other resources available to you in addition to this on-demand video, beginning with Raftr Support Center, which we're constantly updating with new resources like those 4 AGC articles, so be sure to check back often. Any Raftr admin or any user for that matter can access this at support.raftr.com or click on that question mark icon on any Raftr platform to access the Support Center right from the app. Second is R4R, which I mentioned. This is exclusively for you, our Raftr admins, and it's a great space to connect and share ideas, explore our Raftr features and capabilities like those I demoed today, and of course, hear important announcements from our team directly. And as a thank you for spending 10 minutes with me today, be sure to like and comment on any Raftr Refresh video posted on R4R through the end of this year for a chance to win a Starbucks gift card. I love their refreshers. Lastly, your client success team is here for you. So reach out to your CSM at any time for guidance and support, or you can contact our team at support@raftr.com. On behalf of everyone at Team Raftr, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you on the next. Raftr Refresh.